Eddie Murphy.
Run for your life!
Eddie Murphy.
It's a horror show.
And Eddie Murphy.
Ooh, baby.
Why?
How about giving me some of that good stuff?
Well, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Hey everybody, welcome back to What the Hell Happened to Them? A title fight is brewing. That's right, this season, Eddie Murphy versus Jim Carrey. I am your host, Patrick Skeyhill, and joining me on the line is Power Tap Guru, Joe Vekeman.
Hi.
And on the audio boards is Lev Van Rensselaer, reminding me to remind you that you can email the cast at whathappenedtothemcast@gmail.com. And our sponsor this week is Bubonic Plague, the hot new gentleman's club, Bubonic Plague. Just one visit and you'll be infected. I think they were trying to go for like, you'll want to come back for more, I think. But
Yeah.
owing to the type of business and the pitfalls of it, perhaps the choice of wording was not ideal.
You chose poorly.
Yes. Joe, what movie are we doing this week?
We watched Eddie Murphy in Norbit.
Yes,
Norbit.
and describe to the audience what happens in Norbit.
Wow. Well, how can I do it? Well, I'll read it to you. A mild-mannered guy who is married to a monstrous woman, rude, meets the woman of his dreams and schemes to find a way to be with her.
Our take this week, everybody, is don't watch it. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for listening. Yes, so long. I am Patrick Scale. That's Joe Vekeman, our sponsor, Bubonic Plague, and Lev Van Rensselaer on the other. Goodbye.
You burned a hole in my mind when I saw your cute behind. Wearing no hot pants. Hot pants. Hot
No, we got you, kid. No, we just got you. We're going to talk about it for
Wow.
real, though I really don't want to, because I did get a lot of 8 Crazy Nights vibes while watching the film.
Wow. Oh, no.
Joe, let me take you on the roller coaster ride we've been on the last month, all right? We got Dream Girls, okay. 300th episode spectacular.
Yeah.
All right, Happy Gilmore 2.
Great time.
Norbit. We're going down the roller coaster. Norbit.
I mean, it's like the steepest drop-off.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I didn't hate it.
Wow.
I didn't hate it. I liked it because I think there's some things that I really liked about it. Because I thought this was going to be just like cringe the entire time. There is a lot of cringe to it, but I mean, when I watched it, I was in a good mood. So
You said you were tired, and you're in a good mood while you're tired?
I mean, that's 90% of my life.
Yeah.
Just being tired and trying to be happy about it because it's the only mode I have left anymore.
Yeah, it had this, just, I don't know, this 8 Crazy Nights kind of gross.
That's so fun. Well, it's got Terry Crews. You're black licorice. You don't.
You know what? I'll tell you, I didn't mind him in this. For all the things I did mind in this
That's so
movie,
funny.
I thought this was a reasonable role for him. I thought he could handle this just fine. I don't know if he was just like better by comparison to everything else, or like this legitimately was a fine role for him. I don't know. So imagine this, right? Imagine this roller coaster ride for 8 Crazy Nights to compare to what we've just done with Norbit, all right? 5 Easy Pieces, 6 Sense, 7 Samurai, 8 Crazy Nights. Ah!
How dare you?
No good. No good.
Why would you watch 8 Crazy Nights with those movies? You're setting yourself up.
If you caught onto the pattern, I was counting.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't hate it. I would say I liked this because I laughed. There were some laughs from me.
Oh.
I really wish I was able to revisit it because it's been a few days and I don't have the hottest of takes. But I will say that the makeup, good. Oscar nominated.
Eddie Murphy sure is good at that.
I believe he got... Is this another Rick Baker to help him out with the makeup?
I do love the idea of me being an Academy voter and going down the ballot and then being like, makeup, best makeup of the Norbit. I gotta write Norbit. I saw Norbit enough so I could write it down.
Rude. Okay, let me give you some Rick Baker stuff.
Okay.
The various prosthetic makeups, bodysuits, and wigs were created by Rick Baker and his company Cinovation. Baker praised Murphy, saying, "He really makes the stuff come to life, and he never complains." Unlike Jim.
Unlike somebody else we know, yes.
When we did The Nutty Professor, he spent 80 odd days in the makeup chair. As much as I love makeup, even I would have been complaining by the end, but Eddie didn't. Wow, that's high praise for Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, you just gotta find a way to keep busy in there.
How many characters? He's playing the entire family of the Clumps in The Nutty Professor. I think he has less characters than this, obviously. Like, he's playing...
Just 3, it seems.
3? Mr. Wong?
Mr. Wong.
Mr. Wong. So we have Mr. Wong from Eddie Murphy, and we have Rob Schneider. It's so funny that you compare this to Eight Crazy Nights, because he plays an Asian restaurant owner in that.
Yeah. So is it okay? Are we, in the current Hollywood landscape, would Eddie be allowed to do Yellowface again?
I mean, is it even Yellowface? It's just like a weird mask. It's like, it looks like he's under mud. It's so strange.
All right, so if we had Rob Schneider and we put him in a black person mask, that would be okay.
No.
Okay. I just where are we drawing the line then?
That is a great question. I'd like to know where we draw the line, because
I do like regular Eddie Murphy calling Yellowface Eddie Murphy a racist. I kind of enjoyed that, but then he sort of owns it. He goes, "Yeah, I'm racist."
I just need to bring this up because did I mention this to you? Jamie Foxx, who has the same birthday as my son, just found that out. He made a movie like 7 years ago that has still yet to come out because it's the most unreleasable movie that's ever been made, apparently. And I'm like,
What is it?
I'm getting it for you in 1 second. It is All-Star Weekend. He says it's completed. He is the writer, director, star, and producer.
Uh-oh.
Jamie Foxx is. He stars in the movie with Jeremy Piven and Robert Downey Jr., Benicio del Toro, Gerard Butler.
Dang, and he can't get that movie released? Oh boy, what must be going on in there?
It's supposed to release this year, that's what it says.
This year's half over. You gotta, get on it.
The interview, talking about the movie, was in July of 2017 that he did an interview with the Joe Rogan Experience.
Uh-oh.
Jamie Foxx revealed that he will portray a white racist cop. And he managed to convince Robert Downey Jr. to play a Mexican in the film. So I just wanted to bring that up because that is a movie that's coming out apparently this year, but it's also unreleased. And I feel like that would kind of crater some careers.
What was the goal in that casting?
I have no idea. I think he just kind of wanted to test it because Downey Jr.'s a little notorious for playing a black character in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's fine. But why?
I believe he was also nominated for that performance.
Why does Jamie Foxx want to play a white cop?
White racist cop?
Yeah. Why?
Good question. I'd like to get to the bottom of that someday.
Clearly his passion project. So why did he want?
Yeah, he wrote, directed, and produced and stars in it. That is the definition of a passion project.
Speaking of. I saw in the credits this was clearly an Eddie Murphy passion project, him and his brother. So was this
Yeah, him and Charlie.
DreamWorks owed him a favor for doing all the donkey things? They're like, all right, Eddie, we'll give you this one, but you got to come back for more Shrek films.
I mean, he has a Shrek movie coming out in 2 months after this movie.
All right, I'll do your third Shrek movie, but you better let me make my Norbit film.
I think they were like, we got you signed for 2 Shrek movies, Eddie. We got you signed for 2 more. Plus, we have some TV specials that you have in your contract in the fine print you haven't seen yet. Well, we need you. We got Shrek the Halls coming up.
Okay. There's a preacher in this movie.
Uh-huh.
And 7 years earlier, he was on the Drew Carey Show playing the exact same role.
Only you would be able to pull that together. Incredible. So, some other stuff about this. To play Rasputia, Eddie Murphy undergoes 2 to 3 hours of makeup and had to wear a quote-unquote fat suit that weighed 34 kilograms. The process was similar with playing Mr. Wong, which took 2 to 2.5 hours with gloves and dentures. Also noted is that Tandy Newton followed a strict diet during filming the script, described Kate as much thinner than a common girl, so it was also to make Rasputia look heavier.
Oh, they made her lose weight?
Not make her lose weight, but follow a very strict diet. So she was not allowed to, like, indulge, I guess, which is insane, because that is, like, it's a very small woman.
Yeah, how much weight did you think she was going to gain in your 3-month shoot?
Insane to ask someone to do that. Just make the fucking suit heavier looking. That's crazy. I don't agree with that. That's an interesting situation to put someone in. To build on Rasputia's bizarre and rude personality, Eddie Murphy was suggested to watch various American talk shows. I wonder who suggested that to him. He's the one that wrote the script. Charlie's like, yay, hey, I got an idea.
Go on that Jerry Springer show.
This was originally rated R, but was reduced to PG-13 on appeal. It's the first movie in 12 years that Eddie Murphy had written since Vampire in Brooklyn.
I'm sensing a common thread.
I mean, that movie was abysmal.
I'll take that movie over this movie.
You're insane.
You're insane.
This movie's colorful. That movie was just like gray and like dark.
This movie had like half a draft.
This movie looks like someone painted with candy.
All right, so yeah, whatever, man. It
okay.
felt like they run into like a plot point and they were like, shit, how do we fix this? And they're like, I don't know. Let's just do this thing so we can finish writing the scene. But that contradicts this thing that happened earlier. Who cares? They're just here for the laughs.
Does Eddie keep up with the weird voice he's doing? What would we describe that as? Is it like a little bit of a lisp on there?
Yeah, but it's like also kind of recessed. He's like he's like putting it back in his mouth. Oh, hey, Rasputia. Oh no, I don't think I adjusted your seat, Rasputia. Yeah, he's like forcing something down, I guess, in his throat. That's what it felt like to me.
That's actually pretty good. So I want to give you your props. Okay. I will say that I feel like it lessens over the movie.
Maybe that's a character note.
I'm just imagining Charlie giving him notes on set.
Or maybe he just like can't do it when he's like yelling. He's like yelling a lot more at the end of the film, and he can't keep the voice up when he does that.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Academy Award-winning Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah. He later goes on to replace Eddie Murphy in Daddy Day Camp.
Yep,
this year. Mm-hmm. This year.
Yeah, maybe he asks a lot of questions. All right, hey Eddie, you got any tips for how to play your character? And he's like, man, why'd you do that? Why'd you take my role? He's like, you wouldn't do it for no money. And he's like, of course I wouldn't do it for no money. That script sucks.
Eddie Murphy previously planned to play an old Asian man in Nutty Professor to the Clumps before the character was cut. Wonder who cut that. Someone was like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, clearly why would you want to cut that? He's like, I already played old Jewish man. Now give me old Asian man.
Although some have speculated Eddie Murphy's involvement in this film may have caused him to lose his Oscar. Oh, here we go. His Oscar for Dreamgirls. The film was actually a very big box office success at a time where his films were hit and miss with audiences. It opened at number 1 and grossed $95 million domestically.
No,
which is also
America,
a rarity
come
for
on.
a film opening in February, as it is considered a month where studios release movies they feel won't succeed at the box office.
This movie came out in February when the Oscars are, and they were like, this is why Eddie lost it? That doesn't seem fair.
I told you, that movie came out when the voting started for the Oscars.
That's rough. And it feels like unreasonable. It's almost a bigger success that he could do something like Dreamgirls in the shadows of Norbit.
It's just so
Right?
crazy. And I need to tell you that, I mean, Jim Carrey has a movie the next week. And I would say I've seen that movie, and I'm going to tell you I did not enjoy it, and I'm afraid to revisit it, and I have not seen it since the theater.
So you like that movie less, whatever we're doing next, less than Norbit? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, because it's not funny.
This movie's not funny. I don't know what movie you were watching.
This movie is at least trying to be funny. I feel like we're gonna have a Siskel and Ebert fight right now.
You know why you find this movie funny? Because you're going off of like 2 hours of sleep over the last week. That's your delusional.
This movie is great because he's giving me some funny voices, and then when Rasputia is charging at him and jumping on him in the bed just like that's funny. He's like, oh! I laughed.
I don't even know you anymore, Joe. What are we doing here?
Hold on, I got more Rick Baker stuff.
Okay.
The various prosthetic makeups, bodysuits, and wig. Okay, I already said that. Wanted to work from a real life model and auditioned over 100 extra large ladies, all with necessary proportions. The model also needed to be able to dance. After several rounds of auditions, one lady was chosen as the life model for Rasputia, and a foam latex suit was created based on her measurements. The suit's surface was painted with silicone to make it look like skin. Silicone was also used to make matching gloves. The shape of Murphy's face was changed using foam latex and pieces of silicone, which were then painted over in various tones of red, brown, and yellow to create realistic-looking skin tone. A body double was used for some scenes, particularly the water park. Murphy was with his face in makeup as Rasputia performed against green screen, and his head was digitally composited onto the body double. I will say, I couldn't tell.
I could tell.
Okay, fuck you.
I could tell way more on this than I could young Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore 2.
What?
Yes.
You're so wrong.
No.
You're so wrong. I can't
No.
believe you would say that. That was my biggest fear when that movie started. I was like, oh shit, AI. No.
That's what confused me. You were all for that, but this one you're like, it looks great. No, it doesn't.
I thought it looked much better because it's in a
No.
real environment. That was all like fake shit. Nothing was real in it.
You could see his face like painted on the weird body.
Someone put an algorithm into a computer, and they were like, "This is what it needs to look like." Go back to 1996, Sandler, get his face, and then put it in this not real background, and everything's not real. It's all phony, and I could tell. I'm so glad they got away from that immediately. Thank God. I am begging Roger Ebert to have something to say, and damn it, he doesn't.
What is that casting call for the plus size life model? What do you do? Looking for extremely overweight black woman. We want to take a mold of your body, and you have to be able to dance, and we're going to make a lot of fun of you. We're going to make a lot of fun of the shape that you are.
I would say this is the rudest casting call.
Yeah.
This would not fly in our woke world we live in now. Oh man.
Nah, it's okay. Trump canceled woke, so we're fine now.
Oh, thank God. Cancel the woke. I don't fucking know. Who cares? I'll give you some reviews from critics at the time. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle gave the movie a positive review, suggesting that Norbit might help Murphy's chances of winning an Oscar. This guy's fucking crazy.
He's trolling. He's trolling you, Joe.
For role in Dreamgirls, saying that his work playing 3 distinct characters in Norbit is more impressive than anything he did in Dreamgirls. This guy's on my side.
He's just fucking throwing a grenade out there and see it. This is like a pre-internet troll.
That's so funny. Mick LaSalle, wow, a troll among trolls. Luke Sater of The Hollywood Reporter called it racially insensitive, politically incorrect, and beyond crude. Scott Tobias of the AV Club gave the film a grade of F and wrote, it probably isn't possible for a single movie to reverse all social progress made since the civil rights era, but Norbit, the latest broadside from Eddie Murphy, does its best to turn back the clock, and hideously offensive black stereotypes are merely the tip of the iceberg. Fuck. I wasn't...
That one I feel goes a little too far, I would say.
Trying to remember why I wasn't so negative towards the movie.
I just like that he's going only after black stereotypes and not the Eddie Murphy plays an Asian dude of it all.
Yeah, that was my big hang up. Like,
That's not where you want to attack. Obviously, there are some stereotypes to that black female, but also Eddie Murphy seems to be studying actual black women in his portrayal. Is Eddie Murphy being self-racist?
black activists took issue with Eddie Murphy's portrayal of the character Rasputia, calling Norbit just the latest film built around a black man dressing up as an unsophisticated, overweight black woman. Film critic Marianne Johansson
Big Mama's house.
said it was a minstrel show and called it a hideous stew of bigoted humor. Wow. Notorious troll Richard Brody from The New Yorker praised Murphy's performances, saying, playing multiple roles, Murphy unleashes it with a sense of painful revelation, a tangle of rage, cringing fear, furious power, and a sense of perpetual unresolved outsiderness. He rated it 17th of 30 top acting performances of the 21st century. Wow. Love it. Hey, recently deceased musician Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys called Norbit his favorite movie in a 2007 interview with the Asbury Park Press. Excellent.
That brings down my opinion of the movie Love and Mercy.
Rude. How much involvement did he have in that movie?
Doesn't matter. It's all tainted now. Every time I watch that movie now, I'm going to be like, that's a guy who loves Norbit. No wonder he's crazy.
Maybe that was when he was John Cusack, though.
Yeah,
not
that's
Paul
what I'm
Dano.
saying. Exactly, right? John Cusack there just like laughing his ass off, and Elizabeth Banks is like, what is
It
his
was
deal?
Elizabeth Banks, wasn't it? I thought that was.
I believe it was. It's been 10 years since I've seen the movie.
Oh, well, we should revisit it soon. Good movie. Director Brian Robbins reacted to the negative reviews, claiming that the only film that gets good reviews are the ones that nobody sees. Oh boy. I just don't think you can make movies for critics. He also defended his star-driven, high-concept movies approach to filmmaking and praised Eddie Murphy's performance, saying that Eddie Murphy plays 3 amazingly different characters brilliantly. How could you not praise that? No offense to Alan Arkin, but he couldn't do what Eddie did in Norbit. Can we get that in motion? Do we still have Alan Arkin with us? Did we lose him recently? I think we did.
Alan Arkin, who's like, well, Eddie, I got my supporting Academy Award.
He got his supporting acting award for like a significantly smaller amount of screen time and less work than Eddie did in either of those movies.
Yep.
Yeah, this movie made lots of money.
Yes, I heard you say that.
It made, like I said, $94 million domestically, made $159 million worldwide on a $60 million budget.
What countries is that movie playing in? Like, where are those countries like, yes, we love this?
Any country that likes an Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, what are those countries? Is there a way to check? Is there an interactive map and we can, like, globe around and see?
We should try to look into that.
Well, like, wow, Spain's really into this. And they go, wow, Tunisia, really loving Eddie Murphy. That's crazy.
So this movie was heavily nominated at the Golden Raspberry Awards, but those are stinkers. What the fuck? He got a Worst Actor of the Decade. Whew, brutal.
You're going to give that out in 2007? The decade's not over yet.
It's somehow lumped into this. It's from 2009.
Yeah, all right.
The Women's Film Critics Circle Awards Most Offensive Male Character, Eddie Murphy as Rasputia.
But it's not a male character.
Wow. That's a debate that I guess we can...
If you say male performer, then it makes sense. But male character, that's a lady.
I agree on your terms. He also won the Hall of Shame award that year for the Women's Film Critics Circle Awards.
Well, that feels reasonable.
The Kids' Choice Awards, he was nominated for Favorite Male Movie Star, though, that year.
Yeah, kids just like
For
Shrek.
probably Shrek.
Yeah.
So you didn't like the movie?
No, let's talk about the one draftness of the script without any pre-planning. They're just sort of writing as they go. This cheating thing that Eddie's wife does just sort of out of nowhere. And also that plotline never comes back. And then also she spends most of the movie trying to keep him. So it was just a quick excuse to get us to be on his side for when he meets the other woman. We're like, well, we want Eddie to cheat on his wife with her because we don't like her. Oh, and then she's trying to leave and she's like, oh no, I'm pregnant. And he's like really happy. He's like, wow, oh, we're gonna be, you're with child. This is gonna be great. And then the very next scene, he's like immediately upset that she's with child. But then also gets upset when she's not with child, and they don't keep that together. And then also, Cuba Gooding Jr. came up with the plan to get Norbit to get her to sign the documents, to get his Tandy Newton to sign the documents so that the bad guys can get the thing. And then as soon as that happens, Cuba Gooding Jr. goes to Tandy Newton. He's like, hey, why did you sign these things? Why would you tell her? She can stop the process now. Why would you bring that up at all? There was no benefit to that. Why would you? Oh, and then they lock Eddie in the basement. Why is there a phone in their basement? Who has a phone in their basement? It's just so he can make that call he needs to make.
Don't even remember that.
Yeah. And how did he even know the ex-wives were there? The ex-wives are just hiding, waiting for Eddie to bring them out. Why wouldn't they just, like, come to the church and, like, bring it up on their own? They're just, like, hiding. Eddie doesn't even know where they are in the church. He just got there. They're just making it up as they go, Joe. How did he befriend these pimps? When did these pimps come into play? Why are they Eddie's friends? When did that happen? We had like a 25-minute prologue. You were just bitching last week, Joe, about the Adam Sandler 2 prologue, and now you're not going to complain about this one? The whole first act was a prologue.
I liked this prologue. It was cute. I thought it was cute that they had little ring pops that they were like, I'm going to marry you. It was cute. And then I liked when I was sad when she like left and she got adopted and he was still there. And I liked when, like, the point of view of, like, young Rasputia, like, picking him up like he's a doll. So stupid. I was very forgiving. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't want to watch the movie again, but...
And for all you troll critics talking about Eddie Murphy's great Rasputia performance, I don't understand what he's saying half the time in that character. It's a lot of just like noises coming out of his mouth at a very high pitch. So I don't know what you're praising. What is it that is being praised?
His versatility.
Yeah, okay. His versatility of mumbling loudly and high-pitchedly.
He can play a man, a woman, and a person of a different ethnicity.
Yes. You know, it's funny, at the water park, when Fat Eddie's going on the slide, we get like a...
Fat Eddie.
Yeah, they get like a nice close-up on that butt crack. But in the trailer, butt crack is removed. No butt crack in the trailer.
Of course, you couldn't put a butt crack in 2007 or 2006. George Bush's America would never allow it.
Meanwhile, George Bush is like, hey, that Norbit had a pretty funny movie, that Norbit.
Everybody go see Norbit.
I like Norbit. Norbit's pretty good. Go check it out. If you don't check out Norbit, the terrorists win.
Now watch this golf swing.
If Eddie Murphy's going after that Oscar for Norbit, mission accomplished.
Yeah, did they win that year? I don't think so. I think there was other stuff that was winning.
Yeah, what beats out Norbit's makeup? I'm interested in knowing that.
That year, the nominees were Norbit, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, and the winner, La Vie en Rose.
There were only 3?
3 nominations. That's it.
What the F is La Vie en Rose?
That is the movie that Marion Cotillard won her Oscar for.
Oh,
Best
that
Actress.
one? Okay. That was the first one that came to mind, but I'm like, what prosthetics happened in that movie? Because I've seen that movie and don't remember any of that.
Doesn't she have, like
old lady makeup on it, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah, at the end? All right.
She has her drawn-on eyebrows? I don't know.
That's just because that was an actual movie that all the Academy voters saw. Not many of them, I imagine, saw Norbit.
So I wonder how many other awards that won. It won Best Actress and then Best Makeup.
But was like nominated for many, many of them.
Yeah, I still need to see it. I've never seen it. I guess they weren't nominating Norbit for Best Screenplay that year.
Poor Eddie. All right. I talked about that Preachers and the Drew Carey Show. Let's do some Drew Carey musical licensing rights.
Moon over Parma, bring my love to me tonight. Guide her to East Lake underneath your...
All right, a little bit of a build-up because we've been doing other things for the last couple weeks. Drew Carey, they're at a beer convention because Drew Carey has his little beer brewing business with his pals. They want to draw a lot of attention to their booth at the beer business. So what did Lewis and Oswald do? Well, of course, they rent a bear, an alcoholic bear, and they're going to have him sort of be on display. But the bear steals their ice cream truck full of beer that they use to transport things. And the bear's driving around. He's just chilling. And they got like a little road music on. And they have to replace that. They do an okay job, though. because they do pick another song that's also kind of like we're traveling music, like old folk traveling music kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Not a noticeable replacement if you are not a longtime fan like myself. The police come to take away the bar that they always go to. They take away their liquor license. And one of the complaints is that they play Like a Rock on the jukebox way too many times and the neighbors are sick of hearing it. So Drew Carey in the real show goes and plays it one final time on the jukebox. Here they just sort of cut that section out.
Killing a joke.
Killing a joke, that's right. All of his friends, kind of in memoriam of the bar, they sing like an old Budweiser jingle. That all gets cut out, and it's quite awkward because they're sitting at a table before the jingle happens. Then there's a knock on the door right after the jingle finishes. But at that point, they're all like huddled together, and so suddenly they're sitting at the table, then we have a sharp cut, and now they're all standing and hugging each other. And they go, oh no, someone's at the door, and they go over there. That didn't go very well.
Terrible.
They have to cut out the All By Myself song when somebody's feeling lonely. That they just sort of put like generic piano-ish music on there. All right, and then we end up one of the craziest arcs a sitcom has ever done, where Drew Carey gets hit by a bus, falls in a coma, decides he likes to hang out in the coma, because everything's pretty great and his life sucks. But then they pull the plug on him and he dies, and then he goes up to heaven and meets his nephew who's being born at that very moment, and then gets born as his own nephew to show that his nephew, it's okay to be born. A lot of music came up in that. When he's in the coma, there's like a little piano music that's going on in the background. The little music got like slightly changed. It was a nondescript like piano music, and then it became nondescript faux Cuban samba music. I don't know why any of that had to be changed. To help bring Drew Carey out of his coma, Kate raps in the style of Eminem, a spoof on the Slim Shady, I'm Slim Shady, I'm the real Shady. That gets cut. Not allowed to do that.
Oh.
Mr. Wick's accompanying her on the harp. They bring in Joe Walsh, the guitarist from the Eagles. He also plays a character on the show every now and then. They're like stoner musician friend. He comes in to play a couple of seconds of music to help wake Drew up. They cut that out too. They just have him show up and that's it. Then in the episode where he dies, the opening theme is he's like floating up to heaven. He's like, I want to go to the place that's the best. You know, that song. So they have to cut that out. They just play the Drew Carey theme song. Also in the episode where he's in a coma, they do like a weird version, like a weird trippy version of the theme song. That just gets replaced by the regular version of the theme song. Then after the child is born, Steve, Drew Carey's brother, a.k.a. the Zodiac Killer, a.k.a. that one guy with the crazy accent in Sorry Baby, he's sick. So he stays at Drew's house, and Drew has to stay and help with the baby. And I didn't even know this in all the times I've watched it, but basically at some point, Drew's lamenting his fate of having to hang around with Mimi because he accidentally touches her breast when helping breastfeed the child. And now he's just like, this is not my ugly house. This is not my ugly wife. What did I do wrong? How did I get here? And they cut that out. And I was like, why would they cut that out? And then it dawned on me. I go, oh, he's spoofing the beginning of that Talking Heads song.
Yeah.
But like that never even registered to me because he's not singing it or anything. He's just kind of like crying, saying that as he does it.
That's a good joke.
A good joke. Cut. Can't do it.
It's good.
Then Lewis, in that same episode, gets sick because he claims that he never gets sick, and so he tries to get Steve to get him sick, and then it turns out he gets like a cold, but he thinks he's dying because he's never been sick. So he's never felt this way before.
He's not used to it.
And there's a two-tier thing. So one, as Oswald and Kate are taking care of Steve, a.k.a. the Zodiac Killer, a.k.a. that guy with the crazy accent from Sorry Baby, he's like delusionally singing old show tunes, and they record that on a tape recorder. Well, they cut that segment out when they kind of reveal that. Damn. So that joke's gone. But then the joke comes back because now Lewis is sort of dancing to a show tune. And Oswald in the original show like plays one of them off of his a tape recorder. But now in the new edit, Oswald just randomly pulls out a tape recorder that has very hi-fi kind of jazz music, and Lewis dances to that. And then later on, Mr. Wick will come and join Lewis in a dance in another show tune, where they're both naked, by the way, and that's just been cut all together. Because they're singing that's not being played off a tape recorder, so you can't just lay in something else in. And then lastly, this isn't a music thing, but I noticed they changed the baby crying audio. Because in the regular version, it sounds a lot more full and rich, and in the other one, it felt like there was a channel of it missing. because like the baby crying wasn't consistent and it was a lot softer. And there were just like large pockets of the baby not crying, even though everybody's talking about the baby constantly crying. And then I went back and checked the downloads I have of it, and full on crying is happening there. So I don't know what happened when they remixed all the audio stuff, but they screwed something up with the baby crying. Way to go, guys.
I think they switched the baby out with the Clint Eastwood American Sniper baby.
The baby prop is still there. It's just the noise that isn't working for whatever reason.
Hold the head closer to your chest, Bradley. Please. I can see its dead eyes.
All right. There you go. It's my Drew Carey musical licensing rights. Still check it out, though, on Plex. Keep it watching. Keep them excited.
Maybe Shout Factory will pony up the rights for all 7, 8 seasons. How many they have?
9 seasons.
9 seasons. That's a lot.
This is my time going through and like fully appreciating, like, wow, I did not. I knew there was a lot of musical licensing happening here. I did not realize just how much. It just stuff you don't even, like that Talking Heads thing, never even occurred to me in all my times watching it. That was a song thing.
It's 2 lines and he's not singing it. I don't know how that is considered. That's just a joke.
It technically is a lyric, but I'm just.
But he changed it. There should be a parody law.
Yeah, I know. And Kate's thing too is also a parody. She's like, "You're Drew Carey. Yes, you're the Drew Carey." I don't know why that doesn't count either. I don't know.
No. It needs to be reevaluated.
Yeah.
Bring it up in court.
Bring those DVDs on appeal. Yeah. So they've already put out the DVDs. I don't think they're going back and changing that at any point and finding a way to get the music in and putting back those 4 episodes they had to take out. But put it on Plex at least. Just let the world know that Drew Carey show is a good show. All right, Joe. Any last looks on Norbit?
I don't want to revisit it and have my next viewing tainted, so good movie. Don't have to revisit it. I have it ranked pretty high. I might have to watch it again.
I look forward to us arguing about this again at the end of the season when we go over our rankings. And I go, why is Norbit there, Joe? And you're like, because it's hilarious. Why is Brooklyn there, Patrick?
Vampire in Brooklyn. Where do I have Norbit? I have Norbit number 8.
That can't be right.
Out of the 31.
That sounds very right.
Well, I have it ranked over the Shreks, obviously.
You might be in the norm, though, because as Liv and I were looking for clips, there weren't a lot of clips from the movie, and there weren't a lot of trailers online, but what there were a lot of is people making YouTube videos about Norbit. Here's what some of them are called. Here's one. Norbit is every man's worst nightmare, and they're just talking about how relatable this movie is if you were to be married to a fat, angry woman. And I was like, all right, that feels mean, but I guess they technically like the movie. Here's some lady, and her video is called I Couldn't Stop Laughing While Watching Norbit. All right, here's another one. Wait, Norbit? 2007, in case you confused it with any other Norbits. Wait, Norbit is genius, actually? Film analysis. All right, here was an interesting one. Norbit was actually a psychological horror. Norbit's hilarious turkey scene with rasputia. Movies you can watch over and over again. You gotta have Norbit on that list.
It's not bad.
Norbit movie, 2007. Again, in case we forgot. A heartwarming tale of family and comedy. A heartwarming tale of comedy, you say? There you go.
Rude.
There you go. People loving Norbit, it seems.
I really don't like your attitude towards it. It's making me push it up to 4 stars.
Rasputia Lattimore being a plus-size icon for over 13 minutes.
13 what?
They just put together, I guess, her quote-unquote best scenes.
Oh, okay. Well, she's got some good scenes. Don't ask me what they are. Don't ask me what they are. I like when she's jumping on them. That's funny.
Rasputia, the funniest moments. It's only 55 seconds, though, so maybe that's the joke. Oh, no, wait, but that's for TikTok, so it has to be short.
I sent you the ratings of the movie.
You sent me the ratings?
Yeah, there's ratings on Letterboxd.
Okay.
Yeah, so no one agrees on it. It's literally just like...
an extremely polarizing film. Unsurprising. All right. Well, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Bubonic Plague. Bubonic Plague. The boo is spelled like, boobs.
Bubonic. I get it now.
And
I didn't get it at first. I just kept hearing bubonic. Not bubonic. You gotta really enunciate the boob part.
Bubonic Plague. So definitely check that out.
Very nice.
I'd like to thank Lev Van Rensselaer for running those audio boards and keeping us sounding so slippery smooth. I'd like to thank my co-host Joe Vekeman for stopping by.
Thank you.
And I am your host, Patrick Scale. You can find my features, documentaries, short films, video essays, animations, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more at QuixoticUnited.com and social media, presumably with a similar sounding name. Thank you all for listening. Joe, say goodnight.
Good night.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours, damn right, it's better than yours, I could teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours, damn right, it's better than yours, I could teach you, but I have to see you on it.
I'll tell you, I was very, very low energy because I haven't really slept in like 3 days. Trying to remember my take on the movie.
Well, last time you took notes. This time you didn't want to take notes, I see.
It was more of a effort to get the movie in this time.
You just bring out the notes for Sandler.
Yeah, why not do it for Sandler? He's the man.
Why
He's
not
the
do it every
Sandman.
time?
I mean, I'm trying my best.
You know, I had another Sandler watch.
Sandler watch. What?
Yeah, somebody I was talking with somebody, and they used to do, like, child acting.
Uh-huh.
They were, like, a child's double on Days of Our Lives. And they were also in Little Nicky.
Uh-huh.
And just like any other person I've talked to in a Sandler film, she just kept talking about how wonderful a person Sandler was and how funny he was. He came in to hang out with all the extras on set. A delightful man.
It's just like a good guy.
Just a genuine fun dude.
He hasn't been ruined by the fame. It's like such a nice story.
He hasn't Me Too'd anybody. He just like met his wife, D-tier actress, and just they're in love and they have kids and all is great.
And he's a father of daughters.
Father of daughters. Just you know, he puts on his oversized basketball shorts one leg at a time like the rest of us.
So true. I didn't get to watch Happy Gilmore 2 again, but I plan on it.
I was going to ask about that, how it went. So now I'm thinking about that $30 million. What if that was like Sandler's cut of the film?
Wouldn't that make him the highest paid actor on a movie ever?
No. Perhaps you remember the $50 million The Rock paid himself on Red One?
I completely forgot about that. That is insane.
Because here's the deal. Adam Sandler was a $20 million movie actor, 20 years ago. Inflation has to have gone in there somewhere.
You're right.
$30 million seems reasonable for someone of Sandler's stature.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some movies since Norbit, but it's mostly... I watched 5 shorts. And then...
You just went through the Ari Aster stuff.
Yeah, and then I watched the last, 20 minutes of Millions that I had left over on Disney Plus for my Danny Boyle. And then I saw Together in the theater, so that's a lot easier to just watch and pay attention to. And then I half-watched Miller's Crossing when I was on the phone with you yesterday.
They didn't have a Norbit retrospective screening at your theater?
No.
No, but they have Leo. I see where they draw the line.
Well, Norbit is not a family movie. I would never describe this movie as a family movie.
Well, all right. We'll start the show and then we'll talk about how you would describe it. All right?
Okay.
All right, let me drink some water.